Welcome you back to lesson 6. We are still looking at God's creations, the things God gave us as a gift, and it is still time for religious education. Before we see what you are supposed to see in this lesson, in lesson 5 we looked at the sources of light, and I told you sources of light are those things which help us to see, like the sun, the moon, the stars, the candles, to mention but are few. I remember telling you the sun is the main natural source of light. What is our lesson today? What are we going to look at right now? In this lesson we are looking at sources of water. Sources of water. Sources of water. When I talk of sources I told you, those are the things. For the case of light, things which help us to see. For the case of water, those are the things where we can get water. The sources of water, we have the lakes. You know a lake, like Lake Victoria, Lake Shog, and so many other lakes you have seen all on the televisions of this day. We have the rivers, like River Nile. We can get water from the rivers. We have the wells. Mommy, Daddy always tells you to go to the well and fetch water. You carry the jerrycan or anything you can use to fetch water. We have the seas, the oceans. For the case of seas and oceans, we don't have them in Uganda. But in those other countries, the seas and oceans are there. We have the taps. You have taps at home. We have the tanks. And there is rain. Rain is the main natural source of water. Why is it the main natural source of water? Because all these other sources you see do get water from the rain. When the lake is drained up, when it rains, the rain fills the lake with water. We are looking at sources of water, things which can give us water. The sources of water are also of two groups. The one which were created by God and the one which were made by man. Sources of water, God or Allah created. Which sources are those? If we're together here, you would have given me those sources. The sources God or Allah created, we have the lakes. We have the lakes. We have the rivers. We have the wells. We have oceans, seas. Sources of water, God or Allah created. We have the lakes, the rivers, the wells, the rain, oceans and seas. Children, the lakes, this is a drawing of a lake. They may tell you to name these things, and you fail to name. This is what we call a lake. For a case of a lake, the water is in one place. But for a river, the river is like a road. The water flows. This is called a river. And this one is called a lake. The water of a lake is a lake. When you put the water in a basin, it is in one place. But when it comes to a river, the river flows. It is like a road. This is a river. Sources of water, God or Allah created. From there, what about those ones which were made by man? Things which can give us water, but then when those things were made by man. We have the taps. You have taps at home. We have the tanks. Others do make the swimming pools, the ponds. Taps, tanks, they were made by man to give us water. The tanks, the man made a tank. The man can put a tank somewhere. When it rains, the water can be harvested in a tank. Yes, the taps always are put by man. God has never put a tap, but it was made by man. So, how is water useful to us? Water is for domestic use. What do I mean? Water is for domestic use. It is for domestic work. We use this water at home. How do we use it? We use water for cooking. You cannot cook food without water. We use water for drinking. Children, you have to always drink water, but not just drink water. Do not just drink water. Always drink boiled water, because when you drink unboiled water, you're going to fall sick. And when you fall sick, you end up in the hospital. Yes, the water is for drinking. It is drinking. It is good for our life. When the body lacks water, you will end up dying. They take you to the hospital, they put you on drips, or else you can even die. The water is for washing. Water is for washing. Washing our clothes. Water is for mopping. And so many other uses. I know you know them better than me, because you always use this water to do those things. The water is for domestic use. Always endeavor to drink water, but boiled water. How can we care for God's creation? I told you man was created last and was put in place to look after all other creatures. How do we care for them, like the animals, the water bodies? How can we care for these water bodies? These sources of water God gave us. We can care for these things by not dumping their rubbish. We should not dump rubbish in the water sources. When it comes to animals, by treating them, we treat those animals by giving them shelter, by giving them food, by feeding them water, food, treating them, giving them where to sleep. What about the plants? By watering them. If at all there is too much sunshine, always water the plants. How else can we care for God's creation? By harvesting the ready plants. When you plant the beans and they are ready, always go to the garden and harvest them. We have to take care of God's creation, because that is why God created us, to always look after other creatures. Before I wind up with my lesson, always wash your hands, my angels. I shall keep on reminding you that put on masks. Corona is serious and it is killing most of our dear ones. Thank you for listening, but answer the work with a good handwriting. After answering, send that work for marking.